been working away for a couple hours, and it's just like, can just feel my brain unravel. It's like, whew, all right, I hit a distinct roadblock right at the same period that my brain is just kind of like, I think we might have had enough for today. And I'm like, you know what, good enough. Let's wrap it up. I'm pretty pleased with what I got done today. That's fine. And I've got a clear goal for tomorrow. I got a clear thing to do tomorrow. And I do always think, pretty much every day, like, couldn't I be getting more done? Like, it just really isn't that much on any given day. But the more I learn about really any kind of endeavor, the amount people get done each day, it's just never really that much. I think it is kind of that fallacy of the 8-hour workday. Nobody's fucking working for 8 hours. You're at the office for 8 hours. No one works for 8 hours. And like YouTubers, I was just watching H3H3's interview with Rhett and Link, and he was saying how it's crazy that they do videos every day, and like they've got a big team and they've got their whole system worked out. He said that for like a month, him and his wife tried to do daily videos and it almost killed them. They hated it. And it doesn't sound like doing one YouTube video a day is that much work, but it is. Like, the amount of work I'm getting done is acceptable and normal and appropriate. It really is fine. It would be nice if every day was more like today. If I had a solid 2 hours every day, that would be amazing. But then it goes back to my kind of pickaxe to the rock wall analogy, where it's just like you're just picking at the wall. Yesterday, I only chipped a little piece out of the wall. The day before that, an even smaller piece out of the wall. But today, it's like a little rock slide. I mean, it just flowed easy, and it just was fun. And I think sometimes maybe I could split my day into two. Like, what if I sat down and wrote in the morning and then again at night? Like, could I kind of not double my productivity, but add to my productivity if I thought of the day as 2 days? And I feel like that might be possible. That might be a thing. But at the same time, maybe that's just unrealistic. Maybe I'm just expecting too much of myself. I don't know. Maybe I'll experiment with it sometime. I still think, actually, though, what would be better would not be for me to try to work again on this story later today. It would be to work on something else, like to still only work the amount that I'm working on this principal story and always make sure this is the main thing and always do this, and then try to work on a different story later in the day. That's a habit I could probably establish. Maybe I will try to, because especially with that second story, it can be a lot looser. It could just be whatever story, just whatever else I'm thinking of, whatever else I might want to work on. And I do have, time in the day, obviously. That's why this podcast seems like a lot to do a podcast every day when you're trying to write a book, but it really does not overlap. It doesn't interfere with writing even a little, because like I did it. I did what I've got for today. Whatever was in my brain, I used it up. So now, hey, if I want to record a podcast and edit it and put it on fucking iTunes or whatever, so what? That's fine. This is not time I would be spending writing. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I could integrate in a little more writing, even just a tiny bit, like a little dessert, a little dollop on top. But that's just another project, and just see how that goes. Because again, it is all about just the little bits add up. But yeah, that's the other thing, I guess, about the perceived amount of work that's getting done each day is the actual sitting down writing might not necessarily be, certainly nowhere near like an 8-hour workday, not even close. The 2 hours I did today, I feel like a fucking Superman. That's a ton of work. But in a more abstract, general sense, I'm working on this goddamn thing all the time. Like, I'm always thinking about it. My subconscious is always working it out, is always grinding, is always trying to think of the next thing. And that is, I kind of think, it's almost like a weight that I guess it's like kind of hard to express, but if you're there, you know what it's like, of like the idea that this is the principal thing I'm working on, that this is the thing that I'm not going to let go of. I'm not going to stop till this is done, even if it takes years. And that means that that one story, this one project, this one idea is always in my mind to some degree every day. And that's work. That really is work to maintain that. There's a part of your brain that's like, yeah, cool, let's think about it. Let's work with this puzzle. Let's play with it. But then there's a part of your brain that just wants to let it go, because it's like, are you kidding? We're going to think about this for 2 years? Are you fucking high? Fuck that. And you've got to fight past that. You got to work through it.